about you today and you in the future, and where things are at with regards to the Conservative government. Stephen Harper, when he was elected in 2006, started to focus on various segments of our population, and one of the segments he started to focus on was the student population. Because you see, it's very important for students to get through university and go on to be productive members of society. You yourselves will be, in a few years, will be no longer here, and you'll need to get out into the workforce and be able to find jobs and so on. Let me first of all talk about the things that this government has done. During our tenure in government, we have increased the student credit for books so that you can get credit for the books you use during the time. Mr. Goodale has mentioned the fact that the Liberal government has done many things during his tenure. However, during his tenure, it reduced transfers to the provinces for post-secondary education by a total of $25 billion, as opposed to the last few years in a Conservative government where we have increased transfers to the provinces for post-secondary education by 40%. So there is more money since the Conservatives have taken power than there ever was in the past. We are in a position today where our government is focusing on the student situation. Just last year, in August last year, we created a repayment scheme which makes it more flexible for you to pay off your student debts. That scheme was brought in August of last year, and of course I mentioned the tax credit you get for your books. These are things that we produce in just a very few years of being in government. So let me say this, that while you sit here in this university studying to become someone who is going to be really productive in society, remember that the Conservative government in the last 5 years has produced many more dollars in order for you to do what you have to do. But let me now talk about what you're going to do in the future. You see, in the future, you're no longer going to have the student body to be here. You're going to be out in the community and you'll be going to be looking for a job. It is the Conservative government's policy of low taxes and low corporate taxes that will create those jobs. As we have seen in the last year and a half, Stephen Harper and the Conservatives have produced more jobs than was lost during the beginning of the recession. It is Stephen Harper's Conservatives that will create the facility for you to have that job and that family. When you start to have that family, ladies and gentlemen, the thing you'll want to do is not only have a job, but you want to have a house. Well, Stephen Harper's Conservative government has produced programs to help you get that first home. And we are looking at the entire life of as you go through this situation. Now, as you look at me, I am no longer a student. But let me say this, I have 5 grandchildren, 2 of whom have gone through university. So I understand the problems you face, and I have 3 others who are now excellent students. They are in the 90% bracket. These kids have got to come through the universities. And I have, and from a personal point of view, I would want to see the post-secondary education system work better and better for them. And so that is all I've got to say to you. Look at it from the point of view of where you're at today and where you're going tomorrow. The Conservative government has worked hard to provide programs that will help you as you get into your working life.
Thank you to the organized education and URSU, and to my fellow candidates, and to all the students and community members who have taken the time to be here today. I would like to take a moment and acknowledge and honor Treaty 4 and the agreements that permit us to be peacefully gathered here. My name is Marc Spooner, and it's a pleasure to be here at this end of term, potentially stressful time. I'm very proud of each of you in attendance who have come together to engage in the political process, fueled no doubt with a sense of responsibility, a sense of participatory democracy, and a sense of a better world and a better way. I'm here this afternoon because I believe there comes a time when we do well to realize, at some point, we can no longer look to our neighbor to speak, to take action, to do the lifting. There comes a time when it is our turn to take up positions of responsibility, to step up to the plate, to serve. But my fellow citizens, I'm very concerned with low voter turnout in general, hovering below 60%. And with turnout for those 25 and under, alarmingly below 40% in the last election. I can't help but think these folks are telling us something. That some have become disengaged because they do not like what they see in politics. They are fed up with out-of-touch representatives more comfortable in expensive boardrooms and exclusive clubs than in the common areas, in our streets and in our parks, in our communities, getting their hands dirty, reaching out, working together, whether it's election time or not. They are tired of MPs' adversarial bickering, selfishly partisan showmanship, MPs looking to score points rather than getting down to business of serving our communities, of working together, of building a society for the future, and looking towards a tomorrow that belongs to everyone, not just the select few. They are calling for community-engaged, collaborative representatives who will listen and respond with positive action and change, I believe. When I talk to folks and read the newspapers, I think we're looking for policies like a national affordable housing and homelessness strategy. Such a strategy is the only way to effectively improve conditions for the most vulnerable and poor. We are looking for better infrastructure. We must plan in the long term, not just short term for electoral gain. What do we want to leave our children after all? How about communities that are better than the ones that preceded them? Communities with water that is clean and potable, taps that work, toilets that flush, preferably multiple, and streets and sidewalks that are safe and well maintained. We are looking for us to take care of our seniors with a guaranteed income supplement and a strengthened Canada pension plan. We are looking for treaty recognition of First Nations education. We are looking for a strong voice against the madness of building more prisons and wasting tax dollars. More prisons don't make our communities safer. Prisons are costly and ineffective. We need to educate, not incarcerate. We are looking for affordable tuition for everyone, to target tuition fees directly rather than through a convoluted RESP plan. We are looking for sound, evidence-based policies like those that target the environment and that create sustainable jobs for tomorrow. We are looking for a party that, in the past, has been endorsed by the Sierra Club and the David Suzuki Foundation, that has developed green collar jobs plan and a green car strategy. Finally, I think we are looking for a strong voice of reason in Ottawa, someone who is not afraid to speak up against injustice and unsound policies, of speaking for the common person with long-term vision, reason, and passion. We have to keep in mind that to serve in these positions is a borrowed honor. They are not forever. They are not a monarchy. There comes a time for change. A time to permit the generations who follow to take up these positions of responsibility. To take our turn at serving our communities with new ideas, fresh ideals, and vision. Thank you.